Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nico from Porch Talk. I just wanted to tell you guys, hey, thank you so much for your support. It really goes a long way. Sorry to interrupt the episode at the beginning. I just want to let you know, if you could leave a rating and review specifically on iTunes. It really goes a long way. It really helps the channel grow, really helps the podcast get to more people. And yeah, I love you all. Thank you so much for your support. I'm loving doing these episodes, and so is Marcus. And yeah, please rate, review on iTunes, and love you all. Enjoy. Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Nico.
And this is Marcus.
And welcome to Porch Talk, episode 26. Marcus and I really just had a conversation today.
Yeah, it was a really nice conversation. If you are, a business-minded or just someone who's kind of a very, very imaginative, this will be something that'll be really great for you.
Yeah, and especially if you have an idea, but you may not know how to ask the right questions or talk to someone that may know the right answers.
Or maybe if you lack confidence in that idea.
Yeah, I mean, confidence is key with portraying your idea to everybody else and getting them in the right frame of mind. Without further ado, here is the episode.
Are you recording right now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I want to pitch this to you.
Okay.
Imagine an amusement park
In space?
in space.
You know what? I don't think I can get behind that.
And here's why. You're thinking, why do I have to be in space to be amused?
Well, that and the amount of effort you'd have to put into make an amusement park in space. I mean, wouldn't the lack of gravity fuck up the whole entire thing?
Dude. I'm not pitching you. I'm not pitching you to be a part of the construction project. I'm not pitching you to be to be a VC funder of this. No. Here's what I'm pitching you. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off here. Here's what I'm pitching you, Nico. Imagine being weightless, and imagine all of the endless possible things that can be done in a weightless environment or a controlled gravity environment too, to just excite and entice and just have so much fun in a way that you can never have here on Earth. I mean, maybe if you're doing something underwater, but that would be equally difficult in terms of certainly not equally, but it'd be different because you're underwater. Gravity still is a thing, but just imagine like the weightlessness, the gravityless fun that you could have.
What about the gravityless liability? I mean, shit, dude, you're gonna fucking send people into space. They're gonna get miscalculated, launched. They're just gonna fly away into nothingness.
Oh no, it's not gonna be like that. It's
fucking the first prototype. Well, what do you mean?
Okay. So what I'm imagining one of two things. Something that's in low Earth orbit, meaning... Oh, excuse me. Oh, Jesus, that was really bad. Sorry. I'm imagining something that's in low Earth orbit, similar to the ISS, International Space Station. Or something that is far away, probably out in the asteroid belt. So that's past Mars, in terms of like the solar system's layout. But I'm just imagining just a massive facility where you can just take the kids,
take the kids out in space. You don't know how that's gonna affect your children.
Yeah. We'll hopefully iron out a lot of those things along the way. But,
how long of a trip would it be? How long of a stay would you have to be in space?
Well, so
what would that take on? How much of a toll will that take on your body?
Right.
Will they have to exercise in space depending on how long it takes? How long you're in space?
Right.
How much money will it cost? I mean, who wants to go on a fucking $30 million fun trip to a fucking amusement park in space?
According to you, it's an amusement park of death. Like, or if you don't exercise. I don't know. I'm just messing with you. Yeah. So these are all super important questions. Okay, but that's not what I'm talking to you about, man. Just think about this, okay? Throw your shoulders back.
Imagine.
No.
Don't try and get into my frame of mind and change it.
I'm not trying to get.
Yes, you are.
No.
You're using the power words, man. I've read the books.
Just throw your shoulders back for a second and really think about this. You you're there with your friends and your family.
Yeah.
The ones that you like.
Yeah.
Not the family members you hate, obviously. And
making relatable connections. I like it. Very good, very persuasive.
You're in have you ever seen Ender's Game?
Yeah.
Movie?
Yeah, the one where they blow up a bunch of ships that have a bunch of innocent people on it. Yeah.
That was a good one, man. I'm sorry. That was a good
I bet you that's a fun amusement park. Yeah.
You remember the game where they were like flying through like the gigantic orb?
Yeah, but that's not an amusement park ride. That's like a game of...
Oh, you're thinking of rides?
Yeah, I'm thinking of rides. That's what an amusement park is, homie.
Okay, you know how you'll be on a roller coaster, for example, and it will turn you upside down for a short amount of time, and you get to feel like the gravity tugging on you up. You're like coming out of your seat.
Yeah.
Imagine what the possibilities are with controlled gravity. Technically speaking, you can even have some sort of ride where the all of the infrastructure of this space station moves around you. You get to see parts of the universe in different ways. We could create a gigantic telescope or something like that, or even shield certain parts of the glass or the screen of the space station to let you see the universe in different wavelengths of light. For example, you could see an infrared. You could see large clusters of blue and large clusters of red and clusters of purple all in between. And what you're really seeing is stars that are far, far away, so far away that the light from them, the typical electromagnetic wave light that we see, hasn't even reached us yet. But just by using different filters, you can see all kinds of different things.
All right, Marcus, I want you to imagine this.
Yeah.
You're back into your early childhood. You and I and my brothers are all hanging out. We both ask our parents, hey, I really want to go to laser tag.
Yeah.
Fast forward 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Maybe even now.
Yeah.
Fucking laser tag in space.
I know. That's where I was kind of going.
Fuck amusement parks.
Exactly.
Laser tag in space.
Exactly. And that's where I was going with the whole
anti-gravity.
thing.
You're walking on walls. There's these pillars that you can hide behind and maneuver to from jumps and aerial acrobatic movements. I mean, dude, you could fuck amusement parks. We got laser tag.
We
got soccer. We got sports.
You could use your ability to manipulate your kinetic energy, because we're a living being. In space, kinetic energy is everything. You use your ability to do that to affect things that are multiple times your body weight and move them at speeds you would never be able to move them on Earth.
You know dodgeball? Dodge car,
literally. And because it's, no gravity, when you get hit with a car, it's not like you're getting hit with a car. It's just like, oof.
Oof. It really do be like that.
I'm glad you're on board with this idea now.
No, I'm not on board with the amusement park idea, you dingus. It's a fucking laser park, airsoft, paintball, course, dodgeball. It's like the fucking trampoline park, but in space.
Okay. You're thinking of all these terrestrial things, all these things that we do here on Earth.
Yes.
And you're thinking about putting them in space.
Yeah.
There's a problem with this logic. It's a problem of imagination here. Do you know what you can and can't do in space?
No. Have you ever been to space?
No. I don't need to be in space to know what I can and can't do in space. But the point that I'm trying to reach here is that all we have to do is get an astrophysicist here, okay? And ask them all kinds of questions about how people move in space. And we could think of entirely different and new games that can only be played in space. Like I think of like Quidditch with Harry Potter. If we lived in a universe where flying brooms were a thing, this is a very feasible sport. Now Quidditch is basically like soccer, but you can use your hands and you run around with like a broom between your legs, which is really inconvenient. The golden snitch is just some dude who like strips down and paints his whole body in gold paint and like wears like a Hermes little like wings on his head. That's what the golden snitch is.
Yeah.
You have to try to catch him while you have a broom between your legs. Like, you get my point? Like,
imagine this. All right, let's think about this. You know how you're talking about those filters, right?
Yeah.
There should be in space, of course, in a controlled environment, but the environment is ever changing through a cycle of different environments. Environments meaning different wall patterns, different placements of walls, different hiding spots, stuff like that. Listen.
Okay. Sorry.
Going back to the filter idea.
Yeah.
You can pick between certain suits. You have a dial on your body. You have a full body suit on, head to toe. There's a dial. You can switch between light rays that you project.
Okay.
The other people have filters on that can only see one light wave, and they can cycle through their light waves. Hide and seek with different light wave monitors and expenditures, suit expenditures.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know exactly what you're saying. I think your listeners are getting at
with ever-changing environments, or cycled environments, more like. And you have little flight packs, so you can move efficiently through the zero gravity space.
Okay, and here's one of the reasons why.
How's that for some fucking creativity?
Dude, you just right now, just from an idea you didn't even
Trademark.
think about. Trademark. Patent pending. From like not even thinking about this, you just created like the next football. You just created a professional sport. I can see that being a thing. Like people like clutching onto like walls and like chairs, trying to like act like an octopus.
And with that, listen. With that, on these ever-changing environments, they also produce different light rays.
Like the actual physical environment, as well as the panels and the glass that's like letting in.
No. The panels do have their own light rays that they project.
Okay, like the glass shieldings go like that.
When you are near a wall that has the same light ray that you are producing, you have a 15-second timer before it switches to a random light ray on your suit.
This is like a child's version.
So you have a 15-second camouflage window.
This is like an adult's version of The Floor is Lava. You know, like where like you got these rules and like you can't do this and you got to do this there. And if you fall in the lava, the only way you can get out is if someone saves you or something stupid like that. Oh man, that's absolutely amazing. One of the reasons that I mentioned wanting to put this in either out in low Earth orbit or in the asteroid belt is because this is going to be expensive. We're going to need a lot of materials, and it would be really nice to have some sort of internal combustion unit out in space near an asteroid that's just like 99% made out of oil or something like that. So you just do it, not have to worry about the emissions too much. Yeah. Because we have all kinds of different technologies to filter stuff out and things like that.
But the trip to go into space would pay for your stay, any extracurriculars you need to keep your body's muscle mass and bone density where it needs to be. It would be like a 5 or 4-star, 5-star, the highest rated hotel or house lodging area.
Yeah.
Food is made for you, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You'd have to go all out because with it being so expensive, like those little amenities, just lodging and food, that's like 1/100th of the price it would actually be, you know?
Definitely. Like in terms of the so one of the biggest humps when it comes to thinking about things being feasible, people tend to think of these issues as too localized. They think I am not willing to pay what it will cost to make this work for me.
I don't even have 1,000th of the amount of money it would
take. This would probably take trillions of dollars. To even, especially if it's in the asteroid belt.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Groupon it. We might get it cheaper.
I don't know about the low Earth orbit, but definitely in the asteroid belt, trillions of dollars in wealth. Okay, you're thinking about that wrong. You have to think about the
government
crowd.
pay for it.
No. Oh, good God, no.
Free visits.
No, what I'm saying is you have to think about the crowd. Okay, you have to think about Uber would never work if it was just like you.
Yeah.
Like what? You think that there's just going to be a whole bunch of people just waiting to take me from where I want to go? No. It's the idea that there are millions, perhaps billions of people worldwide who could just say, I don't need a car, or I don't need to bring my car, or maybe I can go out and drink and not have to worry about things, and some person will take me home. and it'll be cheaper than a taxi. I guess I should have started with taxis for the example, but the point is, you got to think about the crowd. You got to think about the millions, if not billions, of people who would be interested in doing this. Now, of course, if it's
that expensive, there's
only the time. I'm thinking about time. Like right. If it's in the asteroid belt, for example, vast majority of the costs are going to come from getting people from Earth to the asteroid belt.
Yeah.
Living and then back. Like that's the majority of the cost.
That is like the whole cost, really.
Like while they're actually in the space station, that's going to be nothing compared to
the cost of suits. The suits that
No, that's going to be nothing compared to the cost of travel, dude.
Are you sure that's pretty?
Let me put it like this. From the Earth to the moon, right now, current technology, that's like a 3.5 week.
Oh, shit.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. Not only like does that cost a bunch of money, you're missing out on 3 weeks worth of paycheck.
Well, I mean, you could do something like where every month there's there's like another shuttle that takes off.
Yeah.
So like we get like recurring people or something like that. I don't know. We could even shift out the staff on a month-to-month
So
basis.
who would want to pay the money for this?
Dude.
Who would have the money to pay for this?
That's something for marketing. That's something for marketers to figure out.
let's think about this.
Yeah.
One spaceship has to take however many people. How many people can the biggest spaceship hold?
It depends on what we're doing on the what should we call this?
Excursion.
Extraterrestrial party pad or something. I don't know what we should call it.
Well, that's the thing, though. That's the thing.
But yeah, it depends on what we're doing.
You could do like a community ride where everybody splits that cost evenly.
Yeah.
And they all have their separate bunks and such along those lines. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So for the moment, let's forget about the one that'll be out in the asteroid belt. Let's say that's like our secondary location.
Yeah.
Our first location is in low Earth orbit. So much easier. You remember the Red Bull guy?
Yeah, he jumped out.
Do you know what he jumped from?
No.
They just had a plane that was capable of flying out of the stratosphere for small amounts of time, and he just stepped out of it and fell to the Earth. So getting into low Earth orbit ain't too difficult, okay, with current technology. It's not too difficult, not too expensive. Just a couple $100 million.
Yeah, not too expensive.
look at the federal budget, and you'll be like, yeah, this is nothing.
Okay.
Look at the federal budget of a small country, and you'll still be like, what's a couple $100 million? We can do that once a month. It's fine. But my point here is, okay, so this is something that's in low Earth orbit. We can regularly ferry people. Have you ever heard of a space elevator or a space bridge or something like that?
It sounds familiar, but I don't know anything about it.
It's a crazy science fiction idea. So let me put it like this: if you're in a skyscraper, for example, if you're on the highest floor of the skyscraper, you're moving faster in terms of like the orbit of the Earth. You're moving much faster than somebody who is at the bottom floor of said skyscraper, because the Earth is spinning.
Yeah.
And for the only way for everything to keep in constant with itself, like the tip of a tree, is that the tip of the tree moves faster than the base of the tree. So that idea of a skyscraper, just think of that, only scale it up until the point that it exits the atmosphere.
Okay.
You could have this space elevator. There would only just be a couple of uncomfortable changes in pressure. Maybe the speed of the elevator itself would be uncomfortable for a lot of people. It would be like drop zone.
Okay. Yeah.
But like in reverse. You know how like drop zone when you're falling?
Yeah.
It would feel like that, only you're going up.
So would we strap people in with harnesses? Okay.
Yeah, I guess drop zone's actually a really great example.
Yeah.
Just imagine drop zone. You're in a contained environment, obviously, and you don't stop going up, and it's much faster going up. We could totally do that. It's a very feasible. Let me step back. It's not feasible idea. It's very, very costly, but it's It's something that people have been thinking about for almost 100 years, and it's a sound idea, I think.
Yeah, but then you'd have to calculate times when you are able to launch it, because who's going to be picking up the space elevator people coming out of it? Like, is there going to be a station that picks people up?
Oh, yeah.
And what times a day would you be able to shoot that elevator to the point where it lands at the spot where people pick it up?
Oh, okay. Let me
or am I just not? Yeah, or am I not picking up on the idea?
Yeah. When I say elevator, I mean, like, okay, think of the skyscraper idea again.
Yeah.
You don't, like, you're still inside of a building when you
go
from the bottom floor to the top
I get you.
So the way to think of it, maybe think of it as a cable for a second. Just imagine, like, the space station that's in low Earth orbit is connected to Earth with a cable.
I know what you're talking about.
It's still it's orbiting around the Earth. Yeah, you got it. Okay.
I got you. I understand.
So just imagine that center of the cable, you got this elevator. That's basically what's happening. So the elevator, you start on Earth, you get in, you go up to the space station, you get out of the elevator, you're in the station. That's
okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, I got it.
So that gets rid of the transportation costs. It's a lot less dangerous. You wouldn't have to worry about. I think people would be like, "Oh, but what about storms?" Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about storms for real. Just because, like, it's only a phenomena in, like, a certain part of the atmosphere, if that makes sense. Once you get so high up, you don't worry about storms. You just all high pressure and ice and cold air. That's all you have to worry about. Okay, so how do you feel about this idea so far?
I don't know how I feel about the space elevator thing.
But
yeah, the alien excursion thing, I don't name pending.
Yeah.
But
patent
pending, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I get behind it. I can feel it. I mean, again, I don't know how someone is going to afford that other than the upper class. Or like a mass amount of people going up at once, but I don't know how we could finesse putting a whole bunch of people in the elevator, depending on how big it is. I don't know.
Man, people from all over the world come to, like, Six Flags or Cedar Point or Kings Island.
Yeah, but that's such a low price compared to what we'd be doing.
Not if people from all over the world are doing it. Supply and demand. The more people who are willing to purchase something, the less that it can cost. Right. I emphasize can because decisions have to be made. But in general, I mean, I guess the general logic of supply and demand is demand go up, price go down.
That's true. I mean, that's still going to be mad expensive. Even as the price goes down, it'll be mad expensive.
Here's the thing about this business. If for the first 20 years of it operating, it loses money in terms of, or it's in the negative, meaning like in terms of the capital investment, yada, 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 that's fine. I mean, heck, I might even venture to say, like, if within the first 30, 40 years, let's keep it at 40, within the first 40 years of this business, if it's still, in the red, that'd be fine. If it takes 45 years for this to get in the black, that would be amazing.
So,
because I don't think you understand. Like, this is amazing. Like, just imagine what that could be for people. People would love this. People would flock
people would
to this from all over the world.
People would be going insane for this. But the thing is, if we start this business now, you're telling me when we're both 65, 66, 67 is when we're starting to get good, or when we're out of the.
Well, separate yourself from the institution. We can make this like a corporation, for example.
All right, that's true.
We can have positions in the business that will be paying us salaries.
That's true.
And if we're like majority owners, we get a lot of say in this. But essentially, what I'm getting at is when I say like
what you're getting at is we need to start this.
No, I mean I would love to get a partner on this. At this point, this is just a fantastical idea. We'd have to have. Think about how many people we'd have to employ
Oh, so many.
I think we would have to employ enough people to keep our business fully staffed 12 times over.
Yeah.
So that we could cycle out our employees so that, everybody would stay as healthy as they can.
Yeah. Not to mention...
We'd have to have a massive underwater training facility.
Yeah, not to mention all of the laws and regulations, rules.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of shit.
But all we have to do is just convince the right amount of people.
That's true.
Okay, so to all of our listeners out there, how long is this?
It's 24 minutes.
24 minutes. Okay. What we just did there, I started with an idea that I've just been sitting on for quite a little while. It's not something that I had thought through too much. Most of the ideas surrounding this are ideas that other people have thought of. Other people have thought of an amusement park. Other people have thought of going to space. Other people have thought of trying to do fun things in space. Other people have thought of a what did I call it? I already forgot. The bridge.
The elevator. Space elevator.
Thank you. I didn't create anything just there, technically speaking. This idea, the idea of like this space amusement park is certainly my idea. Patent pending. But
the amusement park. Get that word out of your mouth. Amusement park. Everybody thinks Ferris wheels and roller coaster rides.
You were absolutely right.
Fun center, even.
You were absolutely right. What we need to do is actually come up with a new word for this.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make here to our listeners is, this is what business ideation is really like. This is what we do in the Entrepreneurship Club all the time, and this is what so many people actually do all the time. I was talking with my girlfriend. Have you heard of like the shower caddy or a business idea like that?
Yeah.
Just like a little cart a little plastic like sort of tote that you can sit somewhere in your shower to keep all of your stuff. It's easy. You don't have to like sit it on like the little ledge or whatever you have in your shower. You don't drop stuff as easy. So many people, I've talked with so many people in my life. I've had an aunt, my girlfriend, probably a million other people I forgot, who've essentially come up with that idea. This is the process that they go through. They're like, man, just like imagine if I didn't have to do this, like if this problem didn't exist, or imagine if I could do this really cool thing, but in this new, different way. But one of the number one problems is people ask themselves all these questions. Like they put up all these mental roadblocks like right in front of them, like right in their way. And they think, well, because I don't know anything about, how to keep people fed or how much exercise someone needs to do while they're in space, because I don't know these things, this idea can't get off the ground. And they stop. But here's the problem with that thinking. Those are the good questions. Those are the questions that if you're going to be successful at this business or at this idea or in that space, if you're going to be successful and you're going to be really, if you're going to change something as well, it's specifically the people who actually try to answer those questions that make any kind of progress. Don't let those things be roadblocks to you. Like you were asking some good questions. You were trying to shut me down. I appreciate it.
You're right.
I thoroughly appreciate it. I really mean that, because that's the way that you separate the wheat from the chaff. Now you have a better idea.
Yeah. It makes your idea a little more stable, knowing the flaws and going about it in a constructive way.
Absolutely.
I mean, we were just talking with a really good friend of Marcus's, and he was actually the person that really sparked the idea in both of us about how this thought process, or at least for me, it really stuck with me, how the thought process should be and how you should always be questioning everything, whether it be business or any sort of idea. And I mean, if you can take anything from it, is don't be afraid to ask questions and keep moving forward with it. Don't be discouraged because you feel like you're not capable. Find someone or learn something to make you capable. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That idea of just doing something too was something
yes.
That you mentioned. But yeah. So this idea, like I said, of this space amusement park, whatever you want to call it, it's something that I've been mulling on for like quite a little while. But one of the reasons why, one of the reasons why I never really made any progress on it, and never really thought about it, is I'm just like, who is gonna want to do it? And then it just dawned on me for a second while we were talking about it. Like, it doesn't matter that one person can't pay for all this. What business works that way? There's no business that works that way, where one person needs to be able to pay for their stay. No, you crowdsource it. That's what this is. And then once I thought about it that way, I realized that there's nothing stopping me. There's nothing stopping me from doing this. I mean, what I said about, this business not needing to be in the black until like year 45 is totally true. I mean, like there's some companies like you can set up a gold mining company, for example. You're not the actual mining operations of the business sometimes, or let me rephrase, the what they call like going into the black, meaning like becoming like having a positive balance sheet for the entire business, going into the black. That sometimes happens after the mine has shut down its operations. The average gold mine's life is about 10 years because gold deposits are fairly small. Which it's gold, so it doesn't matter that's so small. But like the firms that operate these specific gold mines, they often won't become profitable firms until after all the gold that they own has already been dug up out of the ground. Like, when you think of it that way, what really matters here? What matters is that eventually all the people who really doubled down, put all 10 toes on the ground and got involved in this, what it means is that eventually they know they're going to get their money back with interest. As long as you can guarantee that to someone, as long as you can guarantee to someone that they're going to get their money back, with interest, you can do anything you want to do in this world, at least in a capitalist society.
But I think the big thing is getting people to buy into that and to really sell, for lack of a better words, your idea, your image of not only what you can do now, but how it will benefit them in the future. Because everybody's looking for how it can affect them in the future. Not really. Right. Not many investors are like, oh man, what's going to happen right now? It's like, where are we going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 65, 45 years from now? And I think that's where the best, I guess, entrepreneurs lie, is being able to convey their idea, their image, or their thoughts to someone to help them accomplish what they need to accomplish.
I don't know exactly what to call it. Like that, it's almost like ethos. I think ethos might be the best word.
I mean, you're trying to convey. It's a form of charisma. It's a form of charisma. It's a form of persuasion.
Yeah. You're trying to get them to buy into a certain mindset.
Yes.
And once they have bought into the certain mindset, they're along for the ride. Yeah.
You want to change their frame of mind.
Absolutely. And once you do that, what you're doing is just kind of stick with that metaphor of changing frame of mind. What you're doing is you're kind of like, I guess you could say, people are like a train. Okay, they're on railroad tracks and they're going somewhere. They're going forward. When you change someone's frame of mind, what you're doing is you're building new railroad tracks in a different direction, and that is now their new forward.
Yeah,
that's their new forward. Yeah,
and you can also think of it this way. I was reading this in a book. There's this boss that was talking to one of their employees, and they're like, "Yeah, I just bought this $4,000 painting. It's from one of the best known artists in the world. Would you like to see it? And everybody's like, oh yeah, come on, show me this painting. Brings them into their office. It's in a $2 frame, picture frame, but it's a $4,000 painting. It's beautiful, but all the employees can look at is that ugly ass $2 frame.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have a $2 painting, but you have a beautiful frame, all hardwood, very expensive, very nice, it just changes the whole thought process behind that one painting. You know what I'm saying? Because,
I absolutely see it. Yeah.
Because the thing that is encompassing this work of art is beautiful in its own sense.
That's what marketing is. It's dressing.
Yes.
Like, the business is the salad. Marketing is the dressing. Nobody eats the salad because they like arugula. Arugula tastes like dirt.
I like arugula.
I do too. I like this. This is the weird thing. Like this is just will just like provoke all the cognitive dissonance in all of our listeners. I like arugula. Period. Arugula tastes like dirt. Period. But I don't like dirt. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? I don't know. But yeah. I really that's really a good way to think of it, Nico. Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, man. That's what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to talk about what believing in an idea can do for you.
Yeah, I think that is a beautiful way to end it. We can make it a pretty short episode. I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, I know you're tired.
Yeah,
man.
I need to edit this and then get out of here. Go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, that's the lesson from today, everybody. Believe in your ideas. Really believe in them. Have faith in them. Whatever hits they take, they're anti-fragile. When they fall down and they hit the floor real hard, they bounce back up even better.
Not only that, you need to learn how to convey your idea. You need to learn how to change that frame in people's minds so you can get what you need to build that idea.
Yeah, man. That was amazing, Nico.
Yeah, no, that was a nice little episode.
Yeah, I've been Marcus.
I've been Nico.
And this was Porch Talk. Thanks for listening.